my name is Quags. We're all having a wicked good day because today we are back with another video. But today I want to do something a little different, so I wanted to show you guys what I've been working on for the past week or past 4 days, or just been an on and off project. But I got a request online to make a banner for someone, and I thought it'd be a fun opportunity to show you guys my process on how I do things like this, because I have been working as a graphic designer for at least 14 years. I guess like 3 years it was me learning necessarily, but well, no, it's more like a year of learning, more like 2 more years of learning the process of making graphics and whatnot. So I thought I'd take a stab at it. I thought it'd be a fun thing. So anyways, I got this request. The idea was to have a sky with items, specific items falling. And as you can see by that small sketch that they gave me, was more of a bike, a camera, a YouTube play button, and a controller. So I don't know, I thought it'd be a fun thing to show you guys. So I want to kind of talk my way through most of this. It's a big process. You guys are going to see that the first concept I have here that I'm working on is just to kind of get the layout of things. So I had like the basic type font. I went through at least 5 or 6 different fonts just to find the one I liked, and then I started getting PNGs of items. So, yeah, that's kind of where I was going. The person who did request wanted a more stylized look, and I wanted to go for that, but I feel like what I came out with at the end was more, I guess, professional and creative looking. I have not shown it to them yet. I'm about to show them once I finish this video, actually, the video editing, and upload today for you guys to see. So yeah, it's all in the same day I'm showing the person. So anyways, things can change, but what I came out with is still one of the best things I think I've done for banners, at least, because I know I did Jiggly's banner, I did my banner, and I've done now this banner. But I think it's pretty cool. Like, what I was first trying to come out with, though, was something to do with sky. Obviously, it has to be something with sky. They wanted the items falling, like I mentioned before, so it had to be something with clouds. But what I was first going for wasn't really, I don't know how to explain it. It looked kind of childish, I should say. That's my honest thought. It looked kiddie. Like, it didn't look like a professional channel. It looked like if you were just starting YouTube and didn't really know what you wanted to do. So what I came with at the end was really, really strong, I think. Like, it could be changed to whatever you want. You can change the items, you can change the strut, you can do all this whole thing, and it looks still professional because the colors make sense. The first one you're seeing here, the color scheme didn't really make sense to me. Oh, real quick, when you see this banner, well, actually this picture right here with like the rays coming out of the water, I thought it would be so cool to flip that and have it on the ground, like it's coming up, like the logo's flying, which is where I really like the idea. And the same with that one, with the sun in the corner, just to place it in the corner and like shoot out rays. So that was like the idea, is to have rays of like the logo popping in your face. And then the items obviously are very important to this person, so I needed to put them in a way that made sense. But as you can see here, I am flipping through all different colors and pictures and backgrounds just to get a kind of thorough look, because I have the PNGs of the items in there now. That was a whole other course to go through because I have no idea how to put those in the sky. But either way, you can see here that I'm starting to put the clouds in. I wanted to go for a flare for a sun rather than an actual sun, because a flare looks cool. It's like if you ever put a camera and pointed it at the sun, you'd see like flares, like a giant glare from your camera. So like a bloom, for, I guess you could call it. But yeah, so I thought that was a cool idea. And then you can see I started taking clouds and kind of collaging them together to get kind of a landscapey sky. Again, I should have taken reference to what clouds actually look like in the sky, because I don't think this must have been the cloudiest day ever that I was trying to create, because it was getting a little insane. But I don't know if you guys see this already. I was doing this till like midnight. It was like 4 hours already I was doing this video. But it was just getting a bit too much. Like, I don't know what it was. Like, I thought I was doing well, like building the clouds. I was getting frustrated, as you can see, like just deleting clouds, putting clouds everywhere. And I wanted to have the logo kind of hidden, which I thought would be kind of a nifty idea, which I still went with in the end. Like, have the logo on a cloud, which is pretty cool. And I wanted like the sunburst behind it, but I couldn't find a PNG for it. I didn't want to like do all the work of silhouetting it, so I just kind of didn't do it. Anyways, so yeah, so I thought this was a cool video to show you guys. I don't know. I see. Then here I tried to make a fake sun. not like a stylized sun, I should say, not a fake sun. Because then I did the yellow, then I put white on top, and then I think I put like an orangey red behind it so you can get more of a color to it. But yeah, so it's very hard to explain this because my thought process was all over the place while doing this. Like, I liked it but hated it because those items are just floating there at the moment. So they weren't really the attention at the moment, which they should have been because they're very important to the person who sent this to me. Anyway, so I didn't even know how to put the items in here. Like, if you guys even had an idea, I have no freaking idea. Like, what was I gonna put the bike sticking out of a cloud? That's just dumb. But right now, this doesn't look very professional. It looks childish, doesn't look entertaining. It doesn't look like, if I went to the channel and looked at it right now, I'd be like, I don't really want to look at this channel. Just because, like, the colors aren't right. Like, yellow and blue. Okay, yellow and blue is nice. But if you're gonna go for, like, a tertiary set, you gotta add, like, you gotta put something else. Like a purple or, like, a green or something. Like, something to give it something to, like, a way to stand out. But it was just not working. So you'll see here that I do a little bit more editing, but then I literally scrapped the whole thing, but the sky logo. Just because the sky logo was kind of a part that I didn't mind. Like, I liked the look for it. I'm pretty sure I get a different font. Yeah, I think here's where I choose the font. Yeah, yeah, look at that. Perfect diamond. Yeah, so I changed the font. So, like, I wanted to do that one because it looked nice, but I ended up going with this one, right here. There we go. That's the one I went for. Yeah, this is the one I ended up sticking with, just because it's fun, playful, soft edges. It's nothing hard, nothing fancy or not professional, because like, fonts are just professional if you use them in the correct circumstance. But like, it's just more playful this way. Oh, the video is actually about to switch over to the other one I did now. In like a few minutes, I think, actually, a few seconds actually, because this is where I wanted to like pop out through the cloud. This is the most frustrating part beyond everything, just because I couldn't get those letters to stick out of the clouds like I wanted to. Like, even flipping it, trying to make it look more organic, it just wasn't working. This is where I kind of realized the whole idea was just dumb. So, hey, buddy, if you're watching this, the guy who requested it, then you obviously know why it took me so long to get you this. But anywho, so yeah, it was just not working for me. Oh god, look at it. Like, it's not even like sticking out a little. Like, I don't even know what I was thinking. This was like, not like, okay, just to start off so you guys know, I did not plan this out. This was completely me putting stuff on and thinking as things go through. It's kind of like how I play a game. For example, Minecraft Skywars. Like, I'd go on it, I'd start attacking people. Like, you don't know what's gonna happen. You don't plan the circumstances, you pray for something to happen. But if it doesn't happen, say you lose all your arrows when you have a bow, what do you do now? You see a shovel, you see snow, you get snowballs. You don't think of something, you just do it. It's like an instinct. So I thought I would tackle it this way as well. Yeah, so this is, it didn't work out as planned. So this is the second idea. This picture I absolutely loved. If you guys saw me grab it from way in the beginning of this video, then you knew, like I knew, it was a pretty picture. And as you saw right there, I took the realistic image, I put a posterize on it, and then I kind of, I think, blurred it. I put a Gaussian blur on it or something, just to make it more color, like, stylized and blended, so it didn't look very super realistic. But yeah, see, I still wanted to keep the cloud idea, putting it behind the logo, and I didn't want to do the whole thing surrounded, because then it doesn't look organic. So I did this, and I have to change that gray cloud. There we go. Look at me doing this at super speed. But yeah, so I fixed that, and I put the glow. I feel like these colors just fits nicer, I should say. Like, the purple, the blues, the orange, and then like the sunset. It just looks beautiful. And then I was trying to think the whole time while I was doing this is, what am I gonna do with those items? That was the hardest part, because he wanted them falling from the sky, and that was the biggest challenge for me. Oh, you can see here that I'm doing a little glare thing. I thought this would be cool, have a little glare, but it ended up not looking that great. It's like way too large. So I ended up doing something else, and I incorporated that glare and just like a column thing you're about to see with the items, and it looks awesome. I absolutely love it, and I love this thing. I really hope he likes it, because I took a lot of time to do this. I was gonna make a video the other day, but I decided, fuck it, I'm gonna just go along with this, finally hammer out this video so you guys can see what I've been working on for the past 4 days. 5 days, a week. I think I've gone through this again. Anyway, so this is the column thing. I thought it'd be cool to have like a little magnifying glass thing. So like you see, it doesn't look the same as the background, which is very important because if it did, it doesn't give the same effect. So I want it to be a little like misplaced, a little offset, so it gives this effect, which is super nice in the end. But yeah, so I guess that's kind of where I went with it. And then I changed the colors of it just to saturate it a little different, so it gives you another layer of depth to it. So like one was more yellow, the other was more red, and I had to obviously flip it to the other side with the, I think it was the complete flip, yeah, flip horizontal. Yeah, so then that came to be a thing. But like I said, none of this was planned. Oh, and I might as well mention it now. So once I finished this video, I realized I uploaded it and it didn't look as good as I wanted. I mean that by like the columns, those like stripes you just saw. I grabbed them and I made them a lot wider. So if you do go to his channel and see the banner, then you can obviously tell that the columns are a lot wider now, and that's because it didn't fill the screen. As you can see, I have the die lines there, and I went with the inner box thinking that would be most people's monitors, but my monitors are wide. So mine stretch all the way to that third box all the way to the side. So I made them a little longer just so people can see them, because it's very important to see them. The items are everything to him. He could not have stressed that enough to me. He's like, these are the things I'm very passionate about. I absolutely love them. So I had to make them the focus of the entire piece. Oh, and by the way, here you can see me messing. Like, I don't know what was going on. I had a brush selected, as you can see over to the left side. It's like some paint water. It's like a wet brush. I don't know what it was, but it was the weirdest thing. I've never used the tool in my life, and I had to have my girlfriend come over and help me figure it out. And then she found out I was using the wrong tool because she was confused too, and I had no idea what it was. I think it was like, it was trying to simulate brush strokes, which was really cool if you're hand painting something, but if you're doing something like me and just trying to create a mask, it is not working. Oh my god, I'm talking so much right now. I hope I'm not boring you guys. I would leave the music on, but I feel like it's important for me to explain my process through this. So if you guys want to make a banner, you understand like the thoughts I go through it, because it took me a long while to think of this stuff. Anyway, so this was the idea, is put the items inside their little respective places, and these are supposed to be photos. Like, I don't know if he wants to put photos in them, we can. I could just swap the black squares out with photos. I think they're pretty cool with just the black. I think it gives it a nice little touch. But anyways, so it was the idea of putting them in there. I would put drop shadow, which you guys are about to see, on them, but it wasn't working. I figured out why now it wasn't working, because I have them masked, so it was using the mask and the outline of the images as a drop shadow. What I end up doing in about 2 seconds is deleting all those masks and putting it on the folder itself. So then I could have used the mask with the drop shadow, but I didn't think of it. Like, it was just something that slipped my mind. Like, you'll see, should be here. Did I not do it yet? There we go. Yeah, there we go. I deleted them all. There we go. Look at me being a smart boy. Yeah. So that's where it all came in. I could have used drop shadow, but I thought, why not? And then I black and white the photo just to keep it so it has the colors of the background rather than their own colors. And then I kind of gave it a little see-through tint so you can see the background still. So you still see the image, you still get what he loves, you know that he likes cameras, you know he likes taking photos, you know he likes doing this. So you still get that feel, but it's like a feel of, I don't know, it's like warm and comforting because it's got that sunset, or sunrise, I'm not entirely sure, I think it's a sunset. But it's got that sunset feeling that makes you warm and cozy and comfort, I guess. So I really liked that. The camera was my absolute favorite part of this. And then he wants a controller because he likes gaming. So I got the controller in here with the buttons, and I'm pretty sure I black and white that too, which you're about to see as well. And gave the same thing, except this time, if you guys saw when I gave it that yellow overtone just to kind of blend it with the background more, this time it'll be red, because if you remember from before, the hues I put on the images that are like the background sunset are different. I gave one more red, I gave one more yellow, so they stood out. So obviously this one will get more of a red one, so it matches its background. So yeah, that's how that one went. And then obviously the two other ones we're gonna see soon. Yeah, there we go. See, there's like the reddish orange. Yeah, this I actually kind of messed up. If you didn't notice, you see that column, it's a lot brighter than the other one. But obviously I fix it later. I don't do it now. I tried a blue. I thought blue would look cool. But see how it's like really red? It's because I didn't change it to multiply. Multiply, it like, I honestly don't know exactly what multiply does. It just like blends. Like if you have a black and white image and you use multiply, all the white goes away and the black stays. So it like keeps the darker colors and the lighter colors aren't as intense. But it kind of gives like a hue. It's like a hue adjustment thing. It's very hard to explain. But anyways, it just works very well. He also wanted a YouTube play button. And I thought, well, the button looks kind of boring by itself. And I honestly couldn't think of something else to go with it. So I was like, well, what do? I game and I use headsets. So might as well put a headset around there. There we go. We'll flop that around. And then we feathered the edge of that. It just looked horrendous. And even like going close up to it, you still can't see it. But still, it just looked disgusting. But this one, I did not make it black and white. Because YouTube's very important. YouTube is red and white. Like, that is just its thing. You know it's YouTube when it's red and white. But if it was black and white, it doesn't look very good. So I kind of just left this one to its color. And plus the red matches the background, so why not? And I put some ghost buttons just to fill the background some more. Because it actually looks pretty good. Like I ended up putting a little style on this. I get rid of that one, yeah. And I go back and do a posterize. But yeah. So, sorry for the cough, guys. Still got a little sick. But, talk my way through this. Anywho, so yeah, I put a couple buttons just because I thought it was important to fill it. Like the other ones have the photos and the button, the A, X, B, and Y. So I thought this one could have play buttons because I don't know what else YouTube would be. But yeah, so that's got that. Gave it a little shadow. Then I put that orange layer back over it, and that became its own thing. And then this is where I realized you need to make it multiply. If you didn't notice, I just made the other one multiply. Oh god. It's like as I'm going along, I keep remembering. Like, oh shoot, that's what that was supposed to be. Now this was the hardest one. This was the hardest column by far because he wanted a bike. And he's very passionate about bikes. And I had no idea what to put in the background. So I just put bike wheels. I thought this was the best idea. I could not think of something. Like what, I put a helmet, a shoe. Like, I didn't know what to put, so I put bike wheels because, you know, bike wheels are freaking cool. I love bikes. Like, when I was a delivery person down in Savannah while in college, because I needed a job to pay myself, well, not to pay myself, but to pay for food and school and stuff, which I recommend, by the way, get a job while you're in college. Anyway, so I was a delivery person, and that was almost the exact same bike I had that I put on there. If he doesn't like it, I'll put a mountain bike. I'll put whatever bike he wants, but, I don't know, that was the process through that. Then I masked it and obviously gave it its color. I'm actually not entirely sure what I did next. I think, what did I do next? Oh yeah, I have to add his links and stuff, which you'll obviously see. And I don't know if you guys can notice, but if you look at the bike, there's a section, yeah, that right there. And that was what I was about to explain. Anyway, so there was a layer there that I didn't cover over because when I had to extend the columns a little bit on here, which I ended up extending even more later on. When I extended it, I didn't paint it very thoroughly. I should have used the paint bucket to do it, but I did not because I was lazy. Now, this part is absolutely my favorite. Now, I really wanted this to stick out because his items were already really cool looking. I thought it was great. They had their stripes, they're magnified, they look like they're sticking off the background. It's very important that he sees that. But this part was really important too because the logo, you know, you gotta know your name, you gotta know what who you are, you gotta represent yourself. So these are like little circles I've always made since I was in high school. I did this around everything. I draw them on notebooks, I put them around letters, I do it all the time. So I randomly just thought about it and was like, cool, you know, I might as well put this up. So I made these little circles around the Y because that's where the sun is, and I thought it was cool because if you ever look at the sun with the camera, you get that bloom effect. You always get these weird like light circles. I really don't know what they are because obviously I'm not a photographer, but with those circles, it just makes things look a lot prettier. Like, I don't know how to explain it. It makes things look freaky and alien. It's so cool. I absolutely love it. So I thought I'd make not the exact same thing. These are just like random lines I made. But I don't know, just put it around something because they look pretty cool. And then I start sticking them around the rest of the stuff. I tried a hexagon pattern, which you see here. That just didn't go well, so I'm pretty sure I deleted that. And then I just added more of the circles, like I just duplicated it and just kind of flopped them all over the place. I took the rays just because I wanted them to go over the items, just to show that the logo's in front. Like, I know the clouds already reach over the camera and reach over the bike, but you really gotta show this logo. And plus, it's sky, so you gotta put the sun, you gotta put the moon, not the moon, Jesus, you gotta put the sun, you gotta put the light, you gotta put the clouds, you gotta do it all. So I really wanted his name to stick out. I got that glow effect on the sky letters. This part is where I put the links. I wanted it to be on the clouds because it's important. You know, clouds, come on, let's keep bringing the clouds. Because this one doesn't show much clouds, but it's very subtle. It's around the logo, you know it's sky, you know what it is. And then I got his Twitter here, and I think he has a YouTube as well, which I threw in here too. So yeah, that's kind of the process of really what I was going through. I was actually expecting not to talk this whole time, but I just wanted to explain my process to you guys because it's very important. If you are going to do your own banner, your own art, then you really got to think of these things, because I went in this without thinking. And I honestly, I know I can do it because I've done it. That's just my style. Like, I like building as I go. And if that's your style too, then awesome. That's wonderful. But as you're doing it, you got to think of these things. You got to think of color. You got to think of layout. You got to think of what's important. What do people want to see? And does this look professional? And when I mean professional, I don't mean like, oh, it's got to be all fancy, black and gold and white, and it's got to be sharp edges. It can be stylized. It really can. You see Minecraft channels that look very professional, and that's because they've been doing it for a while. But even if you're a newcomer, you can still do it right. And I'm pretty sure that's the main logo there, as you guys can see. But anyways, guys, if you're going to do your own logo, definitely think of those things. It's very important. And I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that like button, subscribe, and tell all your friends and family. I really appreciate all the support you guys give and all your views. And just let me know what you think. And yeah, I'll see y'all in the next one. See ya!